Network Entertainment.
And welcome to my podcast, the RJ Ledesma Podcast. In my podcast, I like to speak to visionaries, business owners, and entrepreneurs to learn more about how they think about doing business, what are their success secrets, and can we replicate them in our own businesses as well. And I have here right now, straight from Cebu, the Managing Director of Rent.ph and the Chief Operating Officer of Filipino Homes, my very good friend, Boss May Antoinette Leuterio. Boss May, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, thank you so much, Boss RJ. Hello. Hello, mga boss.
It's
Hello, everybody, boss.
Yes, just to let everybody know, no, that I'm also I work together with Filipino Homes.
Yes.
But I really just want to share what we've been doing here in Filipino Homes and Rent.ph with more people. I come from a real estate family and a real estate background, and I've really seen the success year on year of Filipino Homes and Rent.ph. But more importantly, I have seen and witnessed and spoken to the success stories of the people who've emerged from Filipino Homes and Rent.ph. And I think this is a story worthy to share for many people who want to become entrepreneurs and particularly salespreneurs, just like Boston, your dad over here. So before everything else, can you share with us a bit more? In the previous podcast, we've talked to Boston about Filipino Homes, but tell us a bit more about Rent.ph. If you were to give us a very short pitch about what is Rent.ph all about, what is Rent.ph?
Yeah, in the simplest terms, Rent.ph is a rental business in the Philippines. We are actually an agency that anybody who needs a home, that anybody who needs like a warehouse, commercial spaces, we are a one-stop shop that people needs, the tenants needs, and the property owners, if they need help to market the properties, we're also there as rent managers in Rent.ph. So it's good that you have talked to Boston. So Boston is actually my father, no?
Mm-hmm.
Was Anthony Gerard Leuterio. I grew up with Boston. I'm 30 years old. I started the real estate industry when I was still 15.
Wow.
So I was very exposed.
So half your life, basically.
Yeah. It is. So the reason why we do the rental thing in the Philippines together with Filipino Homes is because majority of our property investors in Filipino Homes would like to end up with rental. The goal and the game of the industry in the real estate industry is to have the properties for lease and to have the property owners to have a passive income.
Okay.
That's it.
Got that. And it's very interesting how this opportunity emerged, right? And
Right.
I want to take a step back, and maybe for those who might not have heard of Filipino Homes, and it's literally the largest real estate sales group here in the country.
Right.
Tell us a bit more about Filipino Homes, so we can know how eventually that led to the Rent.ph opportunity.
Oh, Rent.ph was born before Filipino Homes.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Oh, wow. So you tell me then. Oh, that's an interesting story. That's right. I remember not telling. Can you tell us a bit more? What was usually when we talk about entrepreneurs, right? We talk about what's the pain point or the problem that created the opportunity.
So before, in the year 2008, we call our agency as Leuterio Realty and Brokerage.
Mm-hmm.
So it was founded in August 8, 2008.
Okay.
And then what happened was every time we fly to different countries, it's so hard to explain it to the people. What is Leuterio Realty? What do we really do? We have to tell our story, our family story. What is really Leuterio Realty and Brokerage? So that is when we decided that to make a marketing name.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we decided to create the name of Filipino Homes, so that every time we go everywhere around the world, it's easy to pinpoint. You're from Filipino Homes. Are you selling house? Do you have house in the Philippines that we can buy from? And Rent.ph was created before Filipino Homes because we have some buyers in Leuterio Realty already. We have investors in Leuterio Realty who bought some properties way back 2008 that ended up with rentals. So we created Rent.ph as a brand name.
So basically, Rent.ph came because the opportunity was here so that many people at the time, when it was still Leuterio Realty,
Yeah, it was
So because like we know that Filipino homes is Cebu based. These were overseas Visayas buying in Cebu. What were they? What were the kind of properties they were buying? Was it for commercial, for warehouse, for residential?
The dream of Filipino people are to buy a house and lot,
House and lot.
have a home. Condominiums was still not that famous back then.
Okay, so it was house and lot in Cebu, but they were buying it for the long when they would come back to return here.
Once they come back here.
And so the opportunity became that in the meantime,
Yes.
who would occupy the property, or how would the property make money while it's being?
Yes. So that's why they would like to have a passive income while they're still working abroad.
I see.
Yeah.
So oftentimes, okay, let's say that they're doing this one. They have a property that they want to rent out. Why would they, let's say for example, at a time, choose to do a Rent.ph? Because sometimes locally people will just say, ibigay ko naman sa kamag-anak ko or a friend to rent it out for me. Why would they choosing Rent.ph, I guess, or Ledesma Realty than Rent.ph to rent the property?
Yeah. So in Ledesma Realty, we are consist with real estate license brokers and salespeople. So one salesperson will sell the property, and then sabi nila ng yung property investor, I just want this property to be rented out, and I want to do it professionally. I don't want to have my relatives to be in touch with the property because this is my property. I work hard for this. So can you look for a tenant for me? So that's how the industry started. We professionalize how the rental business works here in the Philippines. We do it professionally.
You mean to say before it wasn't as, I guess, structured or as professional as this one? Tell me about that. So before, let's say you guys came in, what were the problems with property rental?
Okay.
And then when you came in, what did you structure to make it a bit different?
To be honest, Filipino culture would like to entrust the properties in number one, the relatives. Correct? Can I give this one to my sister na lang? They will handle the property so that they can find a tenant, etc. But the problem with that is sometimes yung pera na i-pay sa tenant hindi mapunta sa property owner.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Sometimes, of course, people are struggling in the Philippines, so ma-keep nila, and they have this attitude of it's okay kasi they're working there abroad. I can keep this muna and just give it back once they're here.
I see.
So that was the problem before. Yeah.
And now you've sort of professionalized that industry of Rent.ph. And I want to ask you a bit more about that one, just the scale of just how big you've grown it. And at the same time, I want to find out a bit more about, what's the value added that Rent.ph versus anybody can give. But I want to go back a bit more also to Filipino homes, because like you said, you grew up with it and it's attached to Rent.ph. You were there, you said, for 15 years when your dad was growing the business, you saw it, and you saw Ledesma Realty grow from just a brokerage operation in Cebu to now a nationwide operation where you got offices all over the country. And people, I mean, if there are many older, more established brokerage agencies out there. There are foreign brokerage agencies out there. I just want to find out, what do you think was that secret sauce? What did Antoinette Leuterio, Boston, bring in that you think made it a bit different versus others, that you were able to scale this much in several years that other companies weren't able to do?
Well, I think we really invested in education, more in outside education in the universities of Harvard, MIT. We want to scale the business in the learnings of our professors. They really helped a lot so that we can sustain the business. We can really hear what people needs, the Filipino way in dealing things. Number two is, I think our real estate agents, our salespeople, and our brokers has also changed their lives here. I think one testimony can always impact another person,
Mm.
and then another person and another person. I think that's why they would like to grab the opportunity at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I also know that one of the things that make Filipino homes really was a game changer was its early entry into social media.
Yes,
Tell
correct.
us a bit more about that one.
That's correct. So Boston is a really techie guy.
Mm.
So Boston graduated in computer science. And actually, Boston started Facebook in the Philippines in marketing properties in the year 2009. So we used Facebook already in marketing the properties. Actually, we really believe that Facebook was born is because also to help the businesses.
Mhm.
No, I think it's not just about the social thing, but also the businesses and the entrepreneurs. So we studied how we can market properties online and then teach the people how we do it professionally.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. So Rent.ph came first, and then it was together with Leuterio Realty. But then eventually, Leuterio Realty, so that there would be better branding, became Filipino Homes.
Yes.
And I'm guessing it's Filipino Homes, like you said. You were just giving a talk right now. You are Filipinos because anywhere around the world, there's probably a Filipino out there, and
Yes.
they would see Filipino Homes. But give me a
So catchy.
share with me a short story or an anecdote when you were traveling abroad where somebody actually said, "Hey, that's nice," and then you actually closed the great deal from that.
So my uniform, I always use this. My uniform has the logo of Filipino Homes and Rent.ph. So I love this uniform. So thank you to Uniqlo. Excuse me. I use this one because every time I travel abroad in the airport, they always tell me, Filipino Homes. Are you selling homes? Do you have homes? What do you guys do?
Mm.
So we tell them, I'm a licensed broker in Filipino Homes. Do you need a property? If you need a property, if you want to buy, we are here to help you with your investment. And if you would like to also do rentals, we're here as Rent.ph and as rent managers in Rent.ph.
Have you been able to close actually? Like what country were you in? Where all of a sudden somebody came up to you and then
Sure, anywhere.
really, huh?
Daming mga Filipino, anywhere.
Wow.
Anywhere around the world. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Now, let's go back to the story of Rent.ph now. Tell me, like, for how, like, I guess right now, how many, I guess the name of the game is how many listings do you have? So, and how many have you rented out so far? So help me understand how does the business work so people get to appreciate how it goes and just how big it is now.
Okay. So if you're a property owner and you're not here, let's say you're not here, you are an OFW and you have invested, because majority of our investors, the ones that are buying, those people are from outside our country, unfortunately, because they're the ones that they can afford the properties here in the Philippines. So they will say, rent manager, boss, Mayan, can you help me find a tenant for my property? I go, sure, sir. We have all the data in Rent.ph. What's the best price for that area? What's the best price for your property? Because it depends on the kind of property, let's say condominium or house, commercial, whatever that is. We place it down and then we tell you, okay, this is the price of this area and this is the price that we can market it to the Filipino people. Do you want this one? And etc. We will negotiate and then start to market it. So we do it professionally by really asking permission to these property investors if we can really market their properties, because we cannot just place a market or place a property online without the permission of the property owner. That's illegal for us.
Breathe in and out. You deserve peace, and sometimes peace starts with a clean home. With CleanWorks, you don't just get a spotless space, you get mental clarity. Professional cleaners, systematic service, hygienic, safe, and stress-free. Let CleanWorks handle the mess so you can focus on what truly matters. Rest, family, or just your time. Clean space, calm mind. Book now at CleanWorks.ph on Instagram or Facebook, or call 0966 200 6910 to schedule your cleaning. because self-care starts at home.
Oh, so when you get the data, how do you get the data for knowing what's the correct price? I mean, sometimes you just sometimes suntok sa buwan yung rental rate or for that one. How do you have a sort of like, is there data? Is there AI that's actually managing all this?
Number one, that's the beauty of AI. Number two, years in the industry, we have collected some data, so we also place it on our system. So that's how we get the rates in that specific area. And we also ask the owners in our neighboring areas.
And right now, under your pool of listings, how many listings do you have here right now? People who've given properties to Rent.ph.
Oh, we have thousands. Yeah, about I think we have 10,000 for how many years? But for you to have an idea how many properties that we can rent out in 1 month, in an average, we can rent out 1,000 properties in a month.
1,000 properties in a month.
Yeah.
Wow. And so you have Filipino homes agents who actually are getting listings and also renting out properties at the same time. Is that right?
Yeah.
And that's why you're able to scale at 1,000
Properties in a month.
properties at
Yeah.
the same time.
Yeah.
And when they go to you, what type of properties list in a Rent.ph? Are these mostly residential? Are these house and lot? Are these condominiums? What is the majority of properties that are under the listings right now of Rent.ph?
So first is, since our properties are buying properties in the Filipino homes, of course, residential units. And then we have condominiums, house and lot, farm lots. And then the industry changed to warehouses, commercial spaces, office spaces. The fascinating thing about warehouses is people grab this opportunity to create a warehouse of example. Make a church in a warehouse. Make a sport complex in a warehouse. It's cheaper kasi in that way. And the maintenance of a warehouse is quite little.
I see. Wow.
Which is nice for the property owners.
So right now, just give me an idea of how big the business has grown so far for Rent.ph. I know that you've gotten a lot of listings, about 10,000 plus listings. And just how big is the business here right now, aside from that one? How much rental does it generate now?
1,000 properties in a month. And now we are hitting our 1 billion rental sales.
Wow.
For just January to August.
Wow.
2025.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
But I still consider ourselves small. we're just really helping our property owners.
And it's if I were to look at it, it's a complementary service. It's like it not just for Rent.ph, but if you look at Filipino homes, it's saying, okay, you can invest in we will even rent.
We are really the after
and
service.
Rent out. So you're the after service. So it's a complementary service to what Filipino homes is doing here right now. But I guess what also makes it a bit different for this. I mean, I have to understand, because people, when they think about the idea of property management, what exactly do you do? Do you just look for people to list here? Is it what more does Rent.ph deliver?
Okay.
Because many people do property management.
Yeah,
right?
correct.
What's the difference between your property management and I guess other property management?
So that ma-differ naman yung tao about the property management and what Rent.ph as a rent manager can do. So if you can hear the word property management, they are taking care of the plumbing, the cleaning of the unit. Here in Rent.ph, we make it more simpler. We want the rent managers to focus on placing the tenant in the right homes, in the right properties. So what can a rent manager do? Number one, of course, it's part of their job to lease compliance. Number two, to screen the tenant. Number three, to help the property owner to have that property rent out. Now, in one listing, we have a maximum of 60 days to market the property. If we cannot market the property, we will really tell the property owners honestly, can we negotiate more on the price? Because I think we have a problem with the price, etc. Can we make the property more dazzling with the eyes of the public para maparentahan natin? That's how we also help the property owners. Basically, we're really helping them.
I see.
And also the tenants that have their own homes.
And like you said earlier on, what kind of struck me is the idea that you can place the potential tenant in the right property, meaning that because of the number of rental properties that you have with you here right now, you have one that is, at the right price for that for a tenant. Is that correct?
Yes, yes. So different tenants, different capabilities. So of course, we also screen the tenant. What are your jobs? We have these tenant information sheet that they have to sign, and then that's when the time that we will offer the right places for you. Okay.
Wow.
So if your budget is only this, like 5,000 or 10,000, these are the properties that are available for that in your specific location. If you want to change it to 20 to 25,000, these are the properties for that. We don't want to offer that you cannot even sustain, because that's very risky to the rent manager, number one, and also especially to the property owners.
Okay. Now, having said that, let's speak now, let's say, for example, to people who want to become also rental entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk to people who want to become rental entrepreneurs who want to generate income from their properties and turn it into real estate, into real estate that they can rent out. What are your suggestions for people who want to become real estate rental entrepreneurs?
Okay, we call them rent managers in Rent.ph. Okay. Join Rent.ph. We train the best trainings for our rent managers to really teach them how to market, who are the people that needs to be blacklisted, what kind of people. They just have to join Rent.ph and Filipino Homes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And to become a rental manager, you don't have to own property. You just have to know how to market the property.
And we train customer service. It really matters in Rent.ph.
I got that.
Yeah.
Then how about for people who are property owners who want to be able to place them into the pool of Rent.ph? How do they go about that?
Yeah. So if you guys want to enroll as a property owner, you want to enroll it in Rent.ph, the best thing about Rent.ph is every property owner has its personalized customer experience, because we really believe that every property owner has their needs and wants for their properties. Every property owner is really different and unique. So we do that really, we want to meet them halfway. So personalized experience in every rental listing to be enrolled in Rent.ph. You just have to go to our site, Rent.ph, enroll your property there, and we'll provide a rent manager for you.
Fantastic. And also, how can they prepare their unit to be ready for rent?
That's so nice. Thank you so much for asking that. For all the property owners, if you guys want to rent out your units fast, clean the property. And number two, please, let's not market a property who already has a tenant, and then you just want to have it viewed just because you want a ready tenant for the next month.
Mm-hmm.
Please, let's not risk your property that, because a majority of what we have experienced as rent managers in Rent.ph, if we view it if you view a property and has a tenant inside, it's a minus.
Okay.
So
I got it.
number two, please clean your properties. It's very, very important. At the same time, we as rent managers take photos of your properties. Your properties needs to be clean and nice and very clear for our photos.
What are the red flags that people need to look out for? Just in, if I'm person renting a property, just for those out there.
You're the prospect, and
I'm the prospect, because they didn't engage in Rent.ph and they were there. What should be the red flags they should watch out for, so that they know that this difference between going Rent.ph and not Rent.ph?
Yes. So there's an ongoing scamming thing that is ongoing here in the Philippines. What are the red flags? Number one, they ask a fee quickly and say that ito na po yung last unit. You need to pay this one para ma-reserve sa'yo. That's a red flag. Number two is you have to verify the listing first. how do you have to verify the listing? You can really ask where the property listing is. You can Zoom together with the agent, do Zoom, do verification of an agent if they're legit, because anyone can create any kind of IDs now. So if you guys cannot go to that property, you can do Zoom. But if you guys can go to the property and check the property, please check it. No? Para bawal po scamming. Yeah.
Okay. It's been a really interesting conversation about Rent.ph, and I'm sure that there are many people who want to be able to come on board and be part of both Filipinos and Rent.ph. But before that, like I said, you are wise beyond your years. You've been in the industry half your life. And I'm sure you've learned a couple of things from Boston and from the most successful real estate agents here in the industry, both in sales and in rental. If you were to put together what insights you gained the most that you think will help other salespreneurs out there, what advice would you like to give future aspiring entrepreneurs and real estate salespeople?
Thank you so much for that question. As a young Filipino entrepreneur, patience is key, number one. And number two, always ask for a blueprint to our Lord. That's the most, the best way to ask for the blueprint to the Lord, because I really believe that whatever you're doing is always guided by Him. Number two, if you have blessings, let's say your business is growing, please spread it. Please spread your blessings, share your blessings, because they will really return thousandfolds. And as an entrepreneur, my learnings is always listen and always learn from the people. Do not think too high of your talent or to your skills, because every day is always a learning day.
Got that. Thanks so much. Like I said, wise beyond your years. Thanks so much, Boss May. And before everything else, for those who want to be part of Filipino Homes or become part of Rent.ph as rent managers, how can they sign up?
Yeah. So you can sign up using our website in Rent.ph and Ledesma Realty and Brokerage or Filipino Homes. You can go through those sites. We have 3 websites, and you can search how you can start. We will invite you in our new agents orientation, and we will guide through that now. So thank you so much.
Thanks so much. Oh, you can also get in touch with me here, right here in the podcast, and we'll get you on board here at Filipino Homes and Rent.ph. Again, thank you so much, Boss May.
Thank you.
Looking forward to seeing you at our upcoming national convention in Cebu on October 19 and 20 at Filipino Homes. Okay, thanks so much. We'll see you in the next podcast.
Breathe in and out. You deserve peace, and sometimes peace starts with a clean home. With CleanWorks, you don't just get a spotless space, you get mental clarity, professional cleaners, systematic service, hygienic, safe, and stress-free. Let CleanWorks handle the mess so you can focus on what truly matters: rest, family, or just your time. Clean space, calm mind. Book now at CleanWorks.ph on Instagram or Facebook, or call 0966 200 6910 to schedule your cleaning. Because self-care starts at home.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.